changes in Idaho education in the past few years. The biggest one, Common Core. And with the new core standards come new tests.
And you've probably heard it referred to as the SBAC test, or more recently the ISAT 2.0. Well, our kids take a lot more tests than just those, and Local News 8's Emily Villar asks, what are they all for?
If you have a student of any age, chances are they've taken a standardized test this year, or 2 or 3.
The Idaho Standards Achievement Test.
STAR Early Literacy and STAR Math.
Direct Writing, Direct Math.
The STAR Reading.
The IRI test.
The SAT.
ISAT 2.
Education is alphabet soup. Here's what parents need to know. If their child is in kindergarten through 3rd grade, they're going to take a reading assessment. We're going to make sure that their child is reading on grade level by the time they leave 3rd grade. They're also going to start taking the ISAT, which is a test that's aligned to standards in the state of Idaho. They're going to take that test from 3rd grade up to 11th grade.
The state test is what STAR ratings are based on. So if you hear your child's school is a 5-star school, that's based on ISAT scores from a couple of years ago. For grades 3 and up, there wasn't testing data from the state level this year.
There are very few tests that are on a state level.
Districts can choose to do extra assessments.
The Idaho Reading Indicator, we do that in the 3 times a year as well. We're only required to do it in the fall and the spring, but it's optional in the wintertime, and our district chooses to do that because it gives our teachers good data.
There are some districts that also do that throughout the state because they like to have that midpoint check so that we're not waiting clear until the end of the school year to see where students are.
Some districts add a test the state no longer requires, the direct writing assessments, and others may do STAR reading. Without current state data in districts with varying tests, it can be tough to compare schools.
There's just some criteria that you need to look at. You need to look at how big the school is. For instance, if you have only 30 students in that graduating class versus a school that has 300, obviously there's going to be more variabilities. So you can compare, but you have to do it with some caveats.
But the most important comparison is your child's growth.
Parents should be able to go to their teacher and say, tell me where my child is weak and strong, across the board, and the teacher should be able to lay that all out, and we have the data to do that.
In Idaho Falls, I'm Emily Villar.
There is a possibility that we could see changes to the SBAC or the ISAT 2.0, but that won't be until at least next year. The state has a contract in place for the current test through this year.